Good morning, friends. Welcome to the WLOG. My name is Alan Lee with Honestly Handyman Services, and I'm going to be taking you guys on another WLOG today. If you don't know what a WLOG is, it's a word that I made up, and it's basically a work log in short. So today we are heading out on a job, showing you guys what my handyman business looks like on a day-to-day basis. So today I am mounting a TV and running some wires for an outlet behind the TV, and he's got this, the customer has this special dual plug that is apparently really easy to install, and it's one of the ones where it just has a little jumper plug on the bottom that you plug into a regular outlet, so you're not actually running live wires behind the walls and until you plug it in. But I'll show you a little bit more about it when we get there. But anyways, let's get to today's job. It's going to be a good one. Alright, got this guy installed. Got the cables all ran. So this will plug in via this plug right here to, it'll plug into our outlet down here, which plugs in there, and then you just basically have a jumper plug that plugs this outlet into that outlet. So it's a pretty simple setup. Let's see, who's it made by? I'm curious. So this is called a power bridge. In-wall dual power cable management. It's been pretty easy to install thus far. I thought I was going to hit a fire block, but everything's going pretty smoothly, so getting it all installed. Alright, we got the TV mount up. We got the wires ran under there, so that's pretty exciting. So we're just going to need to now mount this TV up there. So no big deal. Hey, this is the house that I did a job on a while back. I installed an outlet, and I also installed this doggy door. If you guys remember, this is the job that broke my grinder. I'll link that above. You guys can check that out. But yeah, this is the doggy door. The dog still fits in it. The dog's a lot bigger now. Dog fits in it good, so pretty exciting. Alright, I need a hand lift in this 65-inch TV. Can one of you guys come help me? Alright, they got another issue with this ceiling fan, where it just doesn't, the lights aren't working right. Sometimes they flicker, sometimes they don't do anything. But the fan works, but the light doesn't work at all. And it worked up until like 2 days ago. And even when you push the light button here, you can hear it change the tone of the fan. Like it's trying to do something, but it's just not working. So I'm thinking something's wrong with the fan. Because with these, they have a remote that is integral to the fan. I'm going to pull this off though and see what's going on. About this. I think it may just need a new fan, but we'll pull this off and see what's up. So I took this apart. I don't see anything going on here.
Okay.
But this is a remote. And I think that, if I remember right, those fans have a remote that's integral to the fan, and it's not separate. But I'm going to check it out, because if it is integral, then that means you need a new fan. Because like with the fan on, if you listen to it, when I click the light button, the sound will change.
Oh yeah, but it's not working.
Yeah, so it's obviously trying to do something.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
So something there.
I think it probably slides off.
Oh, it comes forward a little.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, my side's clipped.
We're clipped.
Okay.
So now we could pull
Great.
this Velcro down and make sure it. Oh, mine didn't clip in. That's right. Spot on.
Okay, great.
Do you like the centeredness of it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, let me.
I got it all hooked up. Haha, this house is on Eagleton Road. They're Eagletonians! I don't know if you guys are going to get that or not, but pretty hilarious. I laugh every time I come here. But that job was great, went super awesome, so excited about that. Let's see, total for that job, I didn't have any materials in that job. He had everything that was needed. So I was here for 2 hours. Total labor was $325. So made a really good buck on that one. So that worked well. I'm gonna go home, head home for some lunch with my wife and daughter, and then I have another appointment this afternoon. Another quick appointment, so it's not gonna be much. But yeah, it's gonna be good fixing a door, so that'll be pretty exciting. Yeah, so gonna get to some lunch. Alright, I just got a package. I'm here at home. Just got a package, and I think I know what it is. Oh, man. It's from GoPro. Look at this thing. I am so excited about this. This is the new GoPro Hero 7. Alright, got the new GoPro Hero 7 hooked up. Man, I'm excited about this. So, all the footage shot from here on out is going to be on this GoPro 7, if it works. So, one thing I noticed just holding this thing is it's a whole heck of a lot lighter, so I'm pretty excited about that. But apparently the footage should be a lot cooler too, and it's got like this cool time-lapse feature, so I don't know, be looking for that. Well, we are heading to our next job. Pretty excited about it. She just got a door that keeps falling off the hinges. Basically, all the screws that go into the door are stripped out, and what probably should be done is the door replaced, but we're gonna go ahead and try and fix it. I got these cool things to try out, so I'm looking forward to it. There are these guys here, Mr. Grip. They apparently go right into wood or steel or anything, and they fix out the threads. So we're gonna see how that works. We're gonna see if they work well or not. But anyways, that's where we're heading now. Not sure if I can record it or not, but I'm gonna definitely give it a try. All right, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. This job came from Yelp, and it was, we've tried to reschedule quite a few times. And yeah, this time I called her and I texted her, you know, earlier today, and I didn't hear anything back. When I got to her house, she was actually just leaving. So she's like, oh, unfortunately, I'm just leaving, so we're gonna have to reschedule. So we're gonna have to reschedule again, but no worries. It wasn't a really high-paying job, but anyways, this works out well because I have a faucet to replace at my house, so we're gonna get to that. So yeah, we're gonna go home and replace faucet. Okay, so this is under my sink, and here I only have a half-inch hookup out of my valve there, and my new faucets are 3/8 hookup, so I actually need to go to Home Depot and get an adapter from a 1/2 inch to a 3/8. So we're gonna go grab that now. All right, me and the Nina, we're heading to Home Depot. Spanish for the Nina. All right, Harper got a little bit of everything just in case. That way we have every single thing that we need. That time warp mode is pretty fun, pretty exciting. I wonder how it looked. I haven't even looked at it yet, but it's pretty funny. I wonder how many people were staring at me like I was nuts in Home Depot. But anyways, that's enough messing around with this new GoPro. We're gonna head home and get this faucet installed. All right, we're back at the house here, and I'm gonna take off this 1/2 inch line here, and I'm gonna put in this adapter that we just got, which basically adapts it from 1/2 inch to 3/8, which is what we need. Here's our old faucet. Really, it kind of it was ready to be replaced 3 years ago when we bought this house. Just this handle is all jacked up, and the internals is all messed up. I mean, we could just go in and fix it, but we just figured we might as well just go ahead and replace the whole unit. First thing you want to do, obviously, is turn off your water, both cold and hot, and make sure it doesn't leak. Then we're going to disconnect our lines. And there's probably going to be a little bit of excess water that drips out of there. That's just in the lines. Alright, I got everything up there undone. Now the next thing I need to remove this weight here so it'll fit through the sink there. Alright, the new ones come with these little studs and these wing nuts to install. That way it'll just hold it inside. And obviously make sure our sink is square and where we want it. All right, our faucet is where we want it. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten it up the rest of the way with these Phillips screws. Okay, now we got it rough installed and it's all in the correct location. This will hold once we get that weight on there. This is all tight. Now we just got to hook up our plumbing. First step is hook up our 3/8 adapter up to this guy. All right, we got the cold water hooked up. Now we just need to do the same for the hot side. Then we'll need to hook up the sprayer and we'll be good to go. Okay, I'm leak free. Look at this valve. I don't know who put a valve right next to that cabinet. I mean, it's so hard to turn. Luckily that one's not leaking because that one would be a pain. Okay, we're ready to turn this faucet on, but before we do, we want to remove this because this has a screen in it, and if there's any particles that came from the water lines once we turn those valves off, we definitely want to make sure that those particles get out and don't get trapped in that screen in there. So we're just going to do this. I'm not sure if there's an O-ring in there, so I'm just going to kind of be careful with it. And we're just going to want to turn the water on all the way cold and then all the way hot. Quite a bit of dirty water came out of there. Look at all this dirty water. So a lot of dirty water came out there, so it's very important to do this whenever you install a new sink, because you don't want to get that trapped up in there. Because if you get that trapped up in there at a customer's house, and then you leave and they're not going to have any water or low water pressure, and they're going to be scratching their head and wondering if they should have ever hired you. All right, I'd say that's a success. Pretty sweet. Much better than our old one. All right, that's that for this faucet install. Got it going on. Works pretty awesome. Whole lot better than the other one. That's for sure. Well, anyways, that's pretty much my day. I appreciate y'all watching this vlog and tuning in on all these videos that I've been making. And prepare for some awesome footage. This is like WLOG 2.0 with this GoPro 7. Thank you all so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the next one.